China's stock markets have sunk below key levels. It's rare to see the Shanghai Composite Index dip below 2,900 points or the Shenzhen component go below 9,000, but that happened on both indexes today, and the CSI 300 hit a nearly 5-year low. The Shanghai Composite lost 1.4%. The last time it was this low was the beginning of 2020, right around the time of the first COVID outbreak. Every sector was down, led by losses among tech and real estate stocks. There's much weighing on investors' minds at the moment: economic data, geopolitical tensions, and just the poor state of the markets themselves. There is fresh cause for concern too after media reports that regulators are scrapping a ban on daily net selling of shares by mutual fund companies. It's a rule that was put in place late last year to stabilise the markets. It meant that on any given day, mutual funds had to buy more shares than they sold. But if that restriction is gone, then it will give us an indication of how strong the selling pressure really is, or if the markets are nearing their bottom. Hong Kong stock markets were in pretty poor shape today as well. Global investors are still adjusting to the idea that the US Fed might not start cutting interest rates as early as March, which is what they'd been hoping for. The Hang Seng closed 1.9% lower, with consumer and technology stocks dominating losses. But most attention was on Evergrande New Energy Vehicle Group. The shares were down almost 23% at one stage this afternoon, but they did manage to trim those losses before the end of the day. Evergrande NEV had to abandon a $500 million share sale plan last week, and the detention of a senior director is just more bad news it didn't need. Not only is its parent company the most indebted property developer in the world, but it's also now certain to miss its target of making 1 million vehicles a year by 2025. In the first half of last year, it sold just 760 cars. So there wasn't much in the way of good news for the Asian stock markets on a pretty bruising Monday.